Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm not talking about Star Wars, but I'm talking about Indiana Jones. So it's Indiana Jones Review, I guess. But today is June 12th, 2021, which is the 40th anniversary of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first movie in the Indiana Jones franchise, which introduced us to Indiana Jones. And, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Honestly, probably top 3. I will say, I do kind of go back and forth with Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, which one I like more. But, because The Last Crusade, I love, Harrison Ford and Sean Connery's, what's the word? Chemistry. That was the word I was looking for, together. That's great. But, it's not the 40th anniversary of that till it's 8 years still the 40th anniversary of that movie. But, I'm talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark. And, because introduces us to Indy. I'm, just talking about him and whatnot. I love the character Indiana Jones. And, he's played by, at least in my opinion, an actor like no other with Harrison Ford. Because of how, there's no actor like Harrison Ford who has the charisma of Harrison Ford. But also Harrison Ford's good action star and, is good in action scenes and, also just a great actor in, dramatic scenes and whatnot. And, he can just bring so many types of stuff to the movies, and he's obviously great as Indiana Jones, and I loved him as Han Solo, and obviously several other movies he's been in and whatnot. Just he bring that all for Indiana Jones, and I'd probably say Indiana Jones is my favorite role of his. I do love Han Solo. I love the Blade Runner movies, and obviously, several other his movies are great too. But when I think of his performances, I always think back to him as Indy in the Indiana Jones movies, and throughout all 4 of them. But I love him as a character and whatnot, which leads me into another topic I do want to talk about. It's one I've heard for years, and mainly because it's brought up in a bad TV show, but which is that Indiana Jones isn't relevant to the story of Raiders of the Lost Ark, because without him, the Nazis would have eventually found the Ark and opened it and died, which I guess could be true. But who knows how long it would have taken them. It would have taken them so long that they just gave up and they wouldn't have found it as quickly without Indy. But also, Indy isn't working for the Nazis. He's working for the U.S. government to find the Ark before the Nazis do. And without Indy being there and finding it, and knowing to close your eyes, the U.S. would have never acquired it and brought it to that warehouse. Obviously, the U.S. aren't really good guys either, but obviously the Nazis are the fascists and are the extreme bad guys. But so he's still bringing it to maybe not the greatest, but still obviously better than the Nazis. But which if Indy wasn't there, I guess the Nazis could have acquired it, and they might have even learned to not open it and look at it, and the Nazis would have had it, and that would have been very bad. But it's a topic I don't agree with in the slightest. But, also, Andy, he makes the movie, without him, and without Harrison Ford playing him, it wouldn't have been a good movie. Just, I just talking about earlier, just how much the character in Harrison Ford brought to the movie is, so important, because of, that and whatnot. So, yeah, obviously there's other points I can also make on why Indiana Jones is relevant to the story, but I don't have enough time to talk about it. Maybe I'll make another video on it, but just the movie in general. There's so many great moments. Obviously, the start of the movie, I don't think I forget the name of it. With what's the character's name? Played by the Dr. Octopus actor. I forget the character's name, but and obviously like the boulder chase, very iconic scene. Later in the movie, the big truck chase scene when the Nazis get the it was after the Nazis got the Ark and whatnot, and around that point, and this, that chase scene is great, and then, and then the scene where, in the town, and the guy with the sword comes up Nitty, and, he just shoots him. That's, a great scene. Just, also the scene where he's fighting the big guy and the next to the plane and whatnot. Just a lot of great, action scenes, but also just a lot of great scenes with the characters and whatnot. Just definitely the scenes of Belloc, the I guess main villain of the story. I really liked him as a bad guy in the movie. Definitely scenes with him and Indy I really liked. And and obviously also another scene, that moment at the end of the movie when we see the Ark being put in the warehouse and whatnot with the top men on the case and whatnot. I just there's just so much. And obviously Indy and Marion's relationship is great, and Marion as a character is also it's a great female lead and whatnot. Just there's just so much what's great about this movie, and it's one of the most fun adventure movies, but also has good I guess dramatic moments and whatnot. Just and you just what Spielberg, Lucas, Kasdan, Ford gave us this film, and obviously all the other actors and whatnot. Just incredible film, what I love dearly. And also I gotta mention John Williams' score. Well, all of his stuff is great. He's probably because I love Star Wars and Indiana Jones, so, and I love the music in the movie, so obviously it's some of probably a lot of people say, but he's definitely my favorite film composer of all time. I just love his music. Is just when you hear some of his music, you just instantly know it's his. This is style, just so great and iconic and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. But just yeah, I love the moon. So yeah, but anyways, now that's it for this video. So yeah, obviously this is a Star Wars channel. I talk about Star Wars a lot. I have done, I think, one video on Indiana Jones before, which was talking about the recently announced video game. Back in that happened already like 6 months ago, back in January. So yeah, I don't think I've made any other Indiana Jones videos, so I should get on that. I probably should make actual reviews of each movie, but yeah, I'll probably get around to that eventually. But if you like Star Wars, you can check out my videos. And if you don't, then you can maybe subscribe when I do an occasional Indiana Jones video. But yeah, anyways, that's been it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.